Hello everybody, alright? So, previously on our show, somebody left the mic on. I didn't mean to. Stop mourning about it. Here, previously on our show, this what happened. Oh, it looks like the Gimp has had a terrible accident. That's right. Oh, there you are. Oh dear, I've had a whoopsie-do with my car.
Oh dear, I don't seem to be doing very well, good sir.
That is right. Oh, we must do very well on this challenge. Oh dear, the Gimp has had an accident, hasn't he? Yes, he has. What a shame it was. Yes, here I am, flying in the air, hopefully to win my fellow champion chappies. Oh yes. I mean, it's like the Gimp has had a terrible accident, but he's finally managed to show us what to do.
Yeah, that is right, isn't it? Rather. Oh, it's your turn again.
Oh, goody good show, my chap. Alright? Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. I like being helpful for you guys.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yes, I might hopefully actually make me win this time.
And we didn't have any interference of that horrible insurance lady at all, did we, gentlemen?
Alright, you can cut with the posh accent. You're on now.
Oh yes. Alright, so let's get back on our feet, shall we? Alright?
Not interfering and participating towards the show whilst my insurance company works alongside Bess Automatic's management team to do a joint investigation to mutually benefit premium costs so the show can go on. You presenters have made that job more taxing than necessary, so while management has been to speak to you individually on last week's conduct and team building exercises have been scheduled into your working week. Being sarcastic over this won't help either, but grateful you're more cooperative at this time and plan on aiding the investigation.
What the hell is she on about?
Remember, my dear fellow chappy wappy, that you got to speak once at a time. With our previous episode, what was aired on YouTube quite a while ago, fellas, was that our producers strictly reminded us that we all got to speak one at a time and don't leave the mic on. That wasn't my fault, you know. I mean, I didn't know. You got to use a more politer way of speaking, sir. Oh yes, I forgot, didn't I? Because we got the insurance investigator to help us speak, is it now? So, yes, we are meant to be helping the insurance lady in her inquiries about our fellow chappie, the Gimp. Oh, and that's the accident map there, Captain Gorgeous.
Yes, it wasn't it? Awfully hot. Oh, I'm very hairy over there.
Aye, it was. But I recovered and we pursued to carry on going round this blooming island forever. Oh, calm down with your language, dear sir. I am.
What is going on with the false accents? You was asked to speak clearly with structure and information in place of shouting over each other with no direction or purpose. This doesn't mean fake posh accents and words that aren't realistic, but glad you have learned to take turns in speaking. I mean, this is a huge breakthrough. However, back to the investigation and show. We now agree is one and the same until the perps are brought to justice. Now our managers have had made the parameters quite clear.
Rather, yes, but very sorry.
What the hell is all that about? What you trying to sound like? She said you didn't have to bother talking like that.
Well, I think I established that I am very like this because the producers give me a white wallicking and I've got to speak a bit polite to you guys, especially here.
We're on. What you mean?
Well, you was very rude to her, but I was sort of, they accused me of something else with her.
Like what?
Well, maybe I should be gratefully helpful for the lady and help her with her inquiries on the game. That's what I think they're on about.
Not a sexual harassment charge or anything.
Oh no, my gracious sir.
Oh yes. Okay. Oh sorry, it's just a false habit. Well, we've got to get out of it.
Never mind that. Alright, now we're ready for the new challenge, so I'm going to explain the new rules of our new challenge. Oh wait,
Helping the Insurance Investigation Stakeout, aka HTIISO team. The producers like you to have courtesy and consideration on how it would feel to be an insurance investigator under these challenging circumstances. As you know from quality 80s shows, so the rules for you gentlemen as follows. 1. Pick a random car off the street and have it modified and done up as a popular TV show. 2. These will not be your vehicles, so can't renew if written off, so careful driving, chaps.
What? Alright, I'm gonna read that, won't I? I'm just getting my car, fellas. Look at my motor. What the hell are you going for that one for? What you meant to be doing? What TV show's that of? Since when?
I don't even know what that is. That's bloody slow, that vehicle.
What's your language, nice and posh?
Oh yeah.
Didn't you watch many American TV shows in the 80s? Even I recognise that one, and I'm not a car enthusiast.
No, I've got a clue.
Everyone knows what vehicle I'm going to be driving.
I don't even know what series that's meant to be based on, but everyone knows what series I'm basing my vehicle on. Isn't that right? Everyone knows.
No, I haven't got a clue what you're meant to be driving.
Well, everyone knows what I'm going to do from the popular TV show in the 80s, Crazy Like a Fox.
Never heard of it.
Well, Crazy Like a Fox TV show was set in San Francisco from December 30th, 1984 to May the 3rd, 1986. It had 35 episodes over 2 seasons. And the plot was Harry Fox, played by Jack Warden, is a live-by-wits and easygoing father to Harrison Fox, played by John Rubinstein, is a strict attorney who got dragged into his father's cases. Supposed to be unwillingly and unknowingly, a hole in the plot in my opinion, as most sons would keep away from the Crazy Like a Fox dad after being tricked once. Well, as the old saying goes, fool me once, shame on thee, fool me twice, shame on me. But despite this, the show was popular until its regular airtime at 9 PM on a Sunday was cancelled, dropping views dramatically, so a network issue ended the show, with bringing back CBS Sunday Night Movie. But its popularity did bring a TV movie reunion in 1987, with still Crazy Like a Fox, so shame about the time slot, as we will never know how many seasons it would have reached, like an 80s version of Firefly only getting 1 season, but fans got the Serenity movie, another network plunder. As you can see, the Irish fella has gone for the 1979 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, the main vehicle in Crazy Like a Fox that belonged to Harry Fox, who is a private eye. Also, the vehicle is known as a town car with a body style manufactured from 1908 to 1939, with external or open driver compartments and enclosed for passengers. That's why some models have passengers separated from the driver for town chauffeur cars, and no partition to be a family car. What's interesting about this car, the Coupe de Ville term existed in the 19th century before the invention of the automobile, so was named after a coupe carriage similar to the British Clarence horse-drawn carriage, and de Ville means for town in French, so was excellent for short journeys. For its downside, the car usually had no facilities for carrying luggage, so it was designed as a home one town only car. That's an obvious design flaw, but was a high-end luxurious bespoke car in Europe. But in England the model was adapted to a 4-door sedan de Ville, with Rolls-Royce motor cars alongside a 2-door Bentley coach builders, including Parker, a 20th century bodywork for prestige cars. Inside the Series 6C range from Cadillac, this car had a 7-litre overhead value 90-degree V8 cylinder, and with 2 valves per cylinder, so that would give it 16 valves in total, a 400 RPM max 434 torque. This engine supplies power via a 3-speed automatic gearbox, making it popular with Americans, and internationally for its 112 miles per hour max speed, despite its 1,879 kilo curb weight. So it had a 97.13 per stone to ton ratio, which wasn't bad for its time.
Well, on this game, it's the wrong Cadillac.
What do you mean? Well, yeah, but the closest thing I could get to the TV series. Look it, read it and weep, fellas. Look, it's still a perfect example from the TV show. Crazy like a fox.
Never heard of it. Oh, the Gimp's on. Yeah, well, what vehicles we might be suing him in? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously what vehicle he's driving. I bet we're gonna get a lecture what vehicle he's driving then, maybe.
The Cadillac will easily keep up with a Mini. It's a good choice for the Irish fellow.
Did you hear that, fellas? Very nice. What the hell's the Gimp doing? Right, so the challenge is, as we all know, that we've picked our 80s vehicles, so...
You haven't. You've picked one in the 2000s.
Well, everyone knows about Lethal Weapon, except I did it on the TV series, but obviously everyone knows about Lethal Weapon back in the 80s as the movies.
Yeah, well you got that all mixed up.
Yeah, but what about you? You've got it all wrong, I know. I mean, how do you get your vehicle looking like Knight Rider?
Yeah, well, it's from the 80s. Go on, KITT, yeah! Turbo boost, I got everything on mine.
I am KARR.
You what, KITT?
When does Americans start doing drive-through clothes shops now?
What is she on about?
Why is there a Mini in a clothes shop?
I think she's criticising the Gimp. I don't think she likes the Gimp that much at all.
It's not about liking or disliking. I'm just
Well,
curious.
you go interview him, aren't you? About the murders and all that. That's why we're all like detectives for you, insurance investigators.
You're also doing it for yourselves, because if you can't get coverage from us, then the show wouldn't carry on, so you wouldn't be presenters anymore. So it's not just for me, it's for yourself.
Oh, rather tingly and dumbly dee. Yes, I forgot. Yes, I am very...
Stop sucking up to her, we're not talking all posh all the time.
Don't forget the producers won your case as well.
Oh yes, I forgot. Yes, I did. Rather splendid, yes. So, I am pursuing the Gimp, just like you, my jolly fellow.
Because we have 80s action music playing, to get the presenters in the pursuit spirit, I will keep it short for the other cars. Captain Pervert has gone for Lethal Weapon, This movie did come out in 1987, but he hasn't picked an 80s car. He's gone for the Lethal Weapon series car that aired on Fox in September 21st, 2016. A US police drama based in crime-ridden Los Angeles. Fighting crime in a gold Ford Crown Victoria, popular as a purpose-built police interceptor car, and long-base versions for taxis. It's the only North American produced non-luxury sedan with a standard V8 engine. It was manufactured in 2012 as a small group of vehicles to be exported to the Middle East, but instead 1.5 million were manufactured, and not all have been replaced with the Ford Taurus. So a good choice of car for the show, as the real police and detectives would have used at some point in their career or still using. Now on to the one we should all know from the 80s TV show, Knight Rider. The high-tech talking car with its own intelligence and, depending on your thinking, a personality. And named KITT. It was a customised 1982 Toyota Firebird sports model. The series was reinvented in 2008, featured a Ford Mustang GT500 KARR, but it's not as iconic as the original crime-fighting supercomputer on wheels. But Captain Gorgeous has gone for the 80s bad guy. Well, it's not a bad guy, it's a bad car, simply named KARR, with matching intelligence and features like turbo boost, but its personality was evil. Captain Gorgeous, you love evil cars like your custom 1950s Plymouth Fury, aka Christine, now an 80s mad evil genius car. Why are you drawn to these type of vehicles?
What do you mean? No, not my car, it's not evil at all. I am driving Knight Rider. Now you just been picking on me. There's nothing wrong with Christine, and there's nothing wrong with Knight Rider. I am KARR. Look, KITT.
Even the car agrees with me, it's known as KARR. The Knight Rider is the name of the show, not the car.
No, I am driving KITT. KITT's got a cold and he's in a bad mood because he's got old. I am not that inferior a production model at all. I am the original KARR. Look, you're Knight Rider and that is it. And another thing, why don't you put your scanners on and we'll easily find the game, and that'll make my life a lot easier.
Oh, so you're cheating then?
But you're cheating because you didn't even get an 80s classic vehicle.
You did? Well, not the vehicle, but I went with the 80s theme.
Yeah, from a movie.
Yeah, but it's a series now. I just got confused and it looks good, doesn't it? What?
Gentlemen, should we be concentrating on the pursuit here and catching up with the Gimp? Because despite him being in the mini, nobody's caught up with him yet.
Well, it's hard, it's the game. Anyhow, must be hard being an insurance investigator, isn't it? The investigating and all that lot. How the hell do you do these stakeouts?
Patience and perseverance and years of training, sir.
So we're doing it all wrong, fellas, are we? Well, the stakeout, I thought you got it like, in the series, they just sit in the car eating donuts and eating sweets and stuff. But we can't find him.
That's just lazy script writing, sir.
Just like this show then, isn't it?
Whoa, he got to be so in debt, or what?
You don't even do a script. You can tell.
What do you mean we don't do a script?
So do you write this down and you plan what you're saying? Because most of the time it sounds like you're bickering.
No, I don't write things down. My mum does stuff like that for me.
Well, that's a script.
Isn't it?
So your mum does the script for the show? I don't think so.
What? What's she on about?
Got nice and sweet and talk very posh, right? We might better get wound up, alright, bar. Splendid and all that lot. Think about it, alright?
No, there's nothing to think about. She thinks I'm evil. That's what she's doing.
I didn't say you was evil. I said the vehicles
You
you
said
pick are
it's
easy. Well, it is. It's a killing car. That's the definition of evil.
No, look, I said, and I'll say it again.
Oh, no, no.
Don't say it.
It's a different shade of red. That's all I was gonna say.
No, it isn't. It's a custom red. It's not buck suede standard.
Books with potty bloody dad snubbing this language you're using on me. It's not on.
La, the thing is, I'm having a hard time finding the game. So, how does the insurance investigator, do the job about, stakeouts and that? Because all we get in the series is, like, we're getting car chases and explosions and stuff and all that lot. And
No, insurance companies try to avoid that because we do investigating to stop things like explosions because it costs us money in payouts. So it's the opposite. We've got to. You can't just do action-packed movies and films. This is real life.
that's boring, I think. I mean, why would you like to be an investigator and there's nothing happening? I mean, it's like this challenge, nothing is happening because I can't find the kid where he is. Well, I'm trying my best to find him for you so you can interview him.
How's that gonna work? Thinking of me, vote.
I'm sharpening the baby, moaning. So we moaned about your stupid car. I am KARR. Yeah, we know your car. You keep saying the same thing, don't you?
It's not. I said it's Knight Rider with a cold, alright?
Knight Rider's the name of the programme.
Yeah, that's what. I don't get that. Right, you know in Knight Rider, it's called Knight Rider. But we saw Mr. Hasselhoff driving in the daylight. So how's that work out then?
Stop dissing my TV show. I mean, what about your lethal weapon?
Alright, you leave my lethal weapon out of it, alright? Fellas, you've been disgusting. You're talking sexist, naughty things. Big posh. Oh yes, water. My lady.
Right, now I can get a word in edgeways again, because we've clearly gone back to chaos. We've got to catch up with this gimp. But in the meantime, Knight Rider, his name was Michael Knight, and he also rode in a car, hence the name Knight Rider.
But you tell me, to explain me, why is Mel Gibson called a lethal weapon?
Because he directed The Passion of Christ, sand exploded in that film, and ancient torture scenes until the poor 33-year-old was nailed to wood. Bet he wished his father invented no nails and M3 command strips by then.
Blimey, we're going all religious all of a sudden, are we now? Dad, I don't get it. We're going to be doing cars.
I am KARR. Look, Knight Rider, don't stop being awkward. Everyone's noticing things. Anyhow, what we on about? Anyhow,
We're talking about religious stuff now.
what you made a religious what car or something? What? I don't know. Only asked the question about lethal weapon. That's all. That's all. You're confusing me. This is getting confusing.
I'll tell you what's confusing, alright? Right. Right. Because we're now going all religious and everything, alright? I mean, you know in the episode with your evil car.
Well, you might mean my car is evil.
It's not evil. What? No. Here it is. There were two of them, right? And in the episode, right, the evil one was going to kill Knight Rider by playing chicken. And then the little wimpy bugger drove itself off a cliff.
I did not.
Yeah, you did. Right? Right, because you went out. Because Knight Rider was playing chicken with you. And you drove off a cliff. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get at, right, KARR, because that's what your name is, KARR, innit? I am KARR.
Well, no, leave my Knight Rider alone, alright? Stop picking on him, alright?
Well, you knew we went then, didn't you? Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm trying to get at, what the hell are you all babbling on about, especially you? Look, right, she brought a religion up, but the thing is, what I'm a bit curious about is, right, the thing is, what I'm trying to get at, what, is, in the episode, KARR drove off that mountain, right, but I've seen the film, what are the exact same clip, right, and these people confuse this evil bad KARR because the film was called The KARR, and it used the same clip out of the movie in the TV series Knight Rider, and I don't get it. What, isn't that irrelevant, is it now?
I don't know how we've gone from Passion of Christ to a Satan car. And plus, with this film, the only mention of the devil was in advertising as a phantom demon or the devil himself. If I remember it rightly, it was left a mystery, but it's been some decades since I last watched this 1977 movie. A story of a car that goes on a murder spree in a small town. This film was influenced by 1970 Steven Spielberg's Jewel and 1971 Death Race 2000. Some vehicles I'm sure Captain Gorgeous will get excited over if they come available to buy via Auto Trader. Or is there a Kill R Us garage for this speciality, Captain Gorgeous?
Look, I think you're all conspiracy against me, alright? All you doing, you mean Captain Pervert is babbling on about something I didn't even understand what you were saying.
I know, I was getting a bit confused at that. But I think he's on about to use the same clip in the TV series and the film KARR, and maybe that's what they based it on. Now I'm not saying, well, yeah, in a way they did use the same clip, but I mean, what I'm getting at is that the KARR in the movie might be the devil and evil and a phantom or all that lot. So you're driving from the little kids series.
It's not a kid series, it was serious, alright? Stop picking on my car. Why is everyone picking on my car for? Nothing wrong. I got Knight Rider who was got a bad cold and big grumpy.
I am KARR.
Look, kid. I think you got damaged when you went against Goliath.
Yeah, but remember the episode with the two Knight Riders?
No, what was called KARR.
That's what I'm getting at, you idiot!
Oh, can we please get back to the pursuit? We're going to end up losing the GIMP completely.
I forgot all about his challenge then, all standing. What you mean? I mean, I'm coming up with some really serious KARR facts like you did, and I'm trying to, you know.
Yeah, you're trying to impress yourself in front of the producers and talk like her, are you?
Yeah, but at least she knows things about motors. Not like you can't even buy a decent one.
I didn't even buy this car, I stole it.
I know, but
see, you're forgetting what challenge we might be doing.
I think we're all forgetting what we're meant to be doing, you know, lads. Fellas, come on, now. We're meant to be staking out or stalking the GIMP now for the insurance lady. Now, come on, speak my God now. Come on now, fellas. Let's get our heads together and try to sort where this bloody interfering, bloody annoying little bugger of a bloody GIMP guy is.
I can tell you he's still on the road. He's not in the casino spending money at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's a good theory. I mean, obviously we're chasing it, but now we can see the patch because, like you said, we record this on well, the thing is,
what you just get me? You just begin confusing us all, right? It's meant to be a quality program. You're babbling about clips on a film and TV series. Was that so relevantly serious?
Well, she mentioned the passion of Jesus or something, Passion of Christ in it, with Mel Gibson and all that lot from the Mad Max film, fellas. What?
Not Mad Max.
What do you mean? That guy was in Mad Max, or what? What, and he saw people out like the Thunderdome and all that lot. What the hell are you all babbling? Well, especially you. I mean, you were better doing your posh accent, and it made sense though. What? So, I mean...
This conversation isn't relevant to the investigation and joint stakeout challenge.
Yeah, well, you brought that subject up, right? But the thing is, like I said, I want to get back to the question. Oh, blimey! What the hell? You don't want to know about the evil KARR and all that lot. And you brought it up with that film with the subtitles in.
I only answered the Mel Gibson question.
Look, no one doesn't want to know about a film with subtitles in. I didn't even understand what you were saying. I don't even know what language it is.
Either way, can we please move on from Mel Gibson? We need to move on to and track down the perp known as the Gimp, please.
Yeah, but the thing is though, that he did Lethal Weapon and he did the Mad Max film, didn't he? Alright, so don't talk about the Mad Max film. And look, I've had enough. Maybe because my car's broken down. Oh, does that mean you're out of the challenge then, isn't it? Oh, obvious. So, everyone, without further ado, I'm out. Right, what if you doing? How come you're getting more camera shots and more explanation on you?
Yeah, I mean, he's out singling us and all that lot, ain't it? I mean, leaving my Night Rider out.
Nah, I said it's an evil cat. No, it can't even turbo boost. It's rubbish, that cat. It just wants to kill itself like it did in the series.
Look, it didn't kill itself.
Yeah, it did.
Can we please just keep an eye on the Gimp and catch up to him, please?
Oh yeah, all very sorry, my lady. I apologise. Or rather, I should say, better being bitten once or half. I should have bitten twice, my dear.
What the hell are you saying now?
I'm trying to be more intellectually intelligent.
What, saying that you've been bitten once and a half is better than bitten twice?
You can't even turbo boost right. Or your killing itself car, what self-destructs every time, doesn't it? Or winks away from it playing a game of chicken. I'm KARR. We know you keep saying the same thing over and over again. Can't you have a button on your car to shut it up or lower its volume down? Or what?
No, stop picking on Knight Rider. You're just picking on my car for no reason. Mentioning films now and find out we've got subtitles in. Who watches films with subtitles in?
Well, you got to keep quiet because we had a translator. So, don't mean wean the producers off.
Well, you're not making sense at all in this.
Please can we stop fixating on subtitles, as that's not relevant to the investigation. At least do facts and figures on your car models, or knowledge on the shows they're linked with. To keep this as a car show, as the producers have requested this many times. I'm only an insurance representative and I've said more car facts than all you gentlemen combined so far. And I wasn't here when the show began last year, so please get some vehicle trivia into this. The entire point of a car show is to talk about the cars.
Right, okay.
Now, the thing is, right, we're not meant to be right annoying and all that. So what can we say?
I think she explained everything in 5 minutes and all that lot. But the thing is, didn't she say it was Passion of Christ?
No!
Sounds like a porno movie to me. Passion.
What? No, it's not like that. It's just got subtitles and it's about Jesus and stuff.
Oh, right.
So, we've got a hell of a confusing, whatever challenge that was meant to be. So, let's get back to the original then. I can't believe that you're being blasphemous to God and all that lot. One thing I'm gonna make you about religious films, I don't get that one with the tanks in it. The one with that fancy song where it goes, Jesus Christ, Superstar, where's frilly knickers and a wonder bra, kill the kid on his bike.
Since when has there been a film like that? I remember the one with the aliens in it with one eye and all that lot.
Look, you're not allowed to watch Star Wars, so I don't know which film you're on about. I do, but it's not that religious, it's Life of Brian. I thought his name was Jesus.
Gentlemen, you sound more like apostasy, which is Greek for revolt or disaffiliation. Apostate, apostatizing, which is criticism or opposition of a person's religion. This can result in shunning, excommunication to verbal and physical abuse to execution. So going into religion without facts is more serious than no facts over cars. So I'd think about what you're going to say for a change. Due to the pressure you would inflict on the producers with a PR disaster. Like Jesus Christ Superstar 1973 movie does have tanks in chasing Judas, but this isn't in any scripture. In fact, many movies and miniseries vary in adaptations of the Gospels. So I would read the Bible for accuracy and not depend on television. Like Life of Brian 1979, Jesus Christ Superstar 1988, The Last Temptation of Christ 1988, The Gospel According to St. Matthew 1964, The Passion of Christ 2004, Second Messiah 1975, or The Greatest Story Ever Told 1965, or Jesus of Nazareth miniseries 1977, Kings of Kings 1961, and Bambino di Nome Jesus 1987 TV movie. You can't keep basing religious facts on these films and mini movies that you've watched. You've got to be very careful on this subject, so I'd recommend you doing your research before going into this further. Otherwise I think your producers are going to have to speak to you again.
Well, my mum's an expert, she's an atheist, so thank God for that then, isn't it?
What are you all on about? Look, we might be doing our program about vehicles and showing the public that this is annoying going around this island.
Hey, what's she trying to further that you'll be losing the Lord's name in vain? Look, the thing is, right, we do a car program, so what is the Bible story got tanks in it? That's what I'm getting at. Oh, you don't get it. And on that melted candle, it's time to end the show.
Bye, have a great time.
Bye, Melissa, that's beautifully. Goodbye. I am famous.
You younger generation may be curious what we're gonna do in our next episode. You could be possibly bewildered or shocked or actually bored, because we're gonna talk about how we listened to our music in the 80s. Not vinyl records and all that lot, but sellotape and RAS. Yeah, the good old fashioned cassette tape. This is how we listened to music. It was portable, but we still went out to a place called a nightclub. Yeah, with high-end advanced equipment what played music, and all we did was prop a pair and try to attract the opposite sex to be attracted to us. But this weird sexual disease came out called AIDS and scared a lot of people, we thought, like American people. And I mean, 1984 September, on a Sunday night, a pilot came out of a MTV cop program. I mean, in the UK, this got aired on a Tuesday, the 1st of July 1986, and still went out on a Friday night and all that lot, or I make sure dancing that. Yeah, we're talking about Miami Vice. Yeah, that classic TV program you definitely heard of, and thinking why. Yeah, it used to play music and all that lot from the charts and that, and it had a guy called John Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas. As you all should know, his voice is Lance Vance on Vice City and Vice Liberty Stories. It was. Yet this program was so popular that actual Universal Studios had a stunt show with minecarts, thinking it was something like Minecraft, I don't know. My vehicle and transferred it to Miami Vice. Yeah, that 80s classic TV. Miami Vice was on BBC One. What made it a culprit for Mary Whitehouse? They had 4 episodes taken off. She said they were violent, but we missed out on a major character getting killed off. Yeah, Larry, who was partnered with Stan, who was played by Michael Talbot, who owned an original camera car of the Ferrari Daytona Spider, what was made by Tom McBurney, who had a friend called Albert, who had a friend or customer, Dan Hackard.
The Grizzly Adams guy.
Yeah, well, he knew Michael Mann, what was responsible for vehicles in TV and movies and that.
Right.
On the original car, well, at first it was red, and they sprayed it black obviously later on.
So it was a Ferrari original red then?
Yes, but Carl Roberts had to sort the vehicle out and make it into a stunt car for the production of Miami Vice. Down. And I pursued the gimp, and I scared him so much that he don't come on the show. But he will, I'll make sure of that. The Ferrari Testarossa was actually revealed at the Paris Car Show in 1984 outside a very famous nightclub called the Nottolini.
What? This is the Ferrari with the electric window adjusters from a Montego, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah, alright, yeah.
And it was the widest car what came out as well, isn't it?
Alright, stop criticising it. It was an icon for Miami Vice.
And didn't you tell me that Enzo Ferrari gave these out free because of the TV series? We're building replicas.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had ideas, alright, I had the famous diecast car and I painted it white, because you know they sold 7,000 of the real McCoy, like, but they gave some free, like John Johnson got one free, and yeah, they had to build like a fake one again, because the Testarossa, they couldn't handle the size of the cameras in the 80s at the time, so they had to build another replica.
So it was rubbish then?
Right, let's move on, alright, and we'll talk about, what's actually gonna come into this episode then.
You mean the same old stuff we just done on this one then, isn't it?
Well, alright, we mentioned, some legitimate points of view and all that lot, a famous person.
What, angels and that?
No, we mentioned, Jesus and all that lot. No, I think, definitely, all of a sudden when you were mentioning Mel Gibson, then the Legion got brought into it. And I told you not to be blasphemous on Jesus. Well, I've got some more facts on that. Jesus has 2 billion followers, but his actual name was Yeshua in Hebrew. That is modern name Joshua, so the name Jesus was Isis in Greece, from Yeshua. But close English to Greek translation is Jesus. Also looking.
So you are actually mentioning religion all the time when we do a car program.
I didn't mean to mention about religion and all that lot, did I?
Yeah, you did. You've been babbling on about it on this episode, and you intend to carry on because you got the insurance investigator coming out with more information for us about it.
Yeah, we've got to be nice for the insurance investigator and listen to our religious gossip about what Betsy all knows and all that lot. And anyhow, we should learn about different languages.
You can't even speak your own language properly, can you?
Well, I'll try my best. Don't try to explain it. Yeah, so to explain the name of Jesus is, how to say it, Wishuna or Lakshana,
You can't even say it right now, can you?
or Washina and all that lot. I mean, alright, she pronounces it better in Hebrew and all that lot. I mean, what do you expect in that?
You're just rambling on now, aren't you? So let's find out more.
Also looking into Jesus further, there's a Gospel of Thomas removed from the Bible known as Gospel of Infancy, about Jesus' childhood. That includes things like Jesus blowing up a snake when he was only 2.
What? Blowing up snakes?
Be careful what you're saying.
Why should I be careful what I'm saying for? Why?
Now stop what you're saying. Every bleeding time you speak, something happens.
You what? It's not my fault that things keep happening.
What are you doing? I mean, what? Everything you keep saying, the bleeding snakes keep blowing up.
No, it's not my fault that snakes keep blowing up. I gotta keep trying to explain. Right, you know that the Bible does have a lot of snakes in it anyhow, like with Moses and Adam and Eve and that. But I didn't know about that bit about Jesus blowing up snakes and that. Did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta be careful what you're saying then. What's going on? Bleeding out. Everything that's gonna keep blowing up.
You mean snakes are blowing up?
Right, I'm trying to get at a subject right now because we're showing these pictures. Now, a lot of people think, what are you doing there? Someone's put the washing on there, the cross there.
No, that's tripping us out, that.
Well, that's a Christian religion, innit? I mean, a lot of people do get offended that if you've got a little figure of Jesus on your cross, that's wrong. You shouldn't have that. But then some other people come knocking on your door saying something about a stirrus, is a torture stick, a pole and all that lot, and saying that Jesus wasn't actually crucified on a cross and that. He was crucified on a stake, a plank of wood and that.
So, right. So technically, do all these images and that is offending people.
Well, whatever we're going to do and explain anything about religion, that we're going to offend people, aren't we? And obviously, yeah, we've got to warn you about the next episode, because she does come out with some quite interesting facts we didn't know about.
Well, yeah, that's true. So, yeah, we're not trying to convert you in that.
It also included tall tales of young Jesus fighting hordes of dragons that tried to kill Mary.
So a lot of people actually know dragons more and Jesus around the world. But in the Revelation of 22, in the Bible, it mentions two creatures, the Leviathan and the Behemoth.
What about Falca? That's a popular dragon.
What, that flying Muppet dog?
You're not wrong with it. It's a good story, never-ending story.
Yeah, it never ended, did it? Yeah, right. Now we're talking about proper dragons, like the Egyptian dragon.
What about Toothless or Elliot, Peter's dragon, Puff the Magic Dragon and that?
Now, we're all about real dragons, alright? Well, there is Shenlong and Drogon, the one from Game of Thrones and that.
But Wait on, what, right. So, are dragons real, or are they like descended from dinosaurs and that? And wait on, right, if religion's that old, but dinosaurs are older, aren't they? Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. Well, why don't we worship dinosaurs, or dinosaurs have...
Birth, who went on to die a horrible death to be the gatekeeper to the afterlife. So, as you can see...
So you've already seen our test track, but now you're going to see in the next episode our time racing driver, and he's going to go around the track and we're going to time him with the first vehicle you're going to ever see on our test track. So we're looking forward to that. So you can actually gather that we're going to be doing a new challenge, and it involves in the indestructible train as we all get in GTA 5. But yes, we are going to be doing it with motorized vehicles. Yeah, and we're going to be like performing like great big stunts round it, or gags as the industry might mention, you know. So yeah, we're going to be tempted to be doing stuff about like that, you know, like that stuntman Al Needham. That's one of his stunts he did back in the day. Yeah, very famous for doing the movies as well.
You mean like Smokey and the Bandit, when he does that jump over the bridge and that?
Yeah, but we're talking about another movie he did. Yeah, there he is, Al Needham, the guy himself. And he did a film back in 1981, Cannonball Run. What's actually based on a real racing event. But we're talking about, you know, the... Oh, well, yeah, I like to warn people that, you know, that a lot of people do this in real life, you know, and they end up like that, all smashed and crashed because they try to beat trains on level crossings and all that lot. It's one of them things, maybe because they do it because they watched a lot of 80 series, you know, like Knight Rider and Dukes of Hazzard, and trying to jump over trains and all that lot, and they don't.
Or do Thunder Run like that lorry did in 1986, that film.
Or 1983, you know, driving on train tracks like Octopassy. Or do a chase on a train transporter like the Fall Guy in the episode Chase.
Is that the guy with Calvin Little in?
Or do the chase like Transporter 3, what my brother likes a lot, you know, because it's got Jason Statham in it and that.
But that just looks so far-fetched, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's funny though, isn't it? I mean, rather. Oh, look what he's done, rather that he's missed. What a blunder that was.
Oh yes it was, wasn't it? Oh, David Hasselhoff. He was born July the 17th of 1952. Never know that he would inspire young men. Always wanted to press a famous button in the 80s.
What button was that then?
Obviously Turbo Boots on KITT, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it might have been because he got married, didn't he, to that Catherine Hickland, didn't he? He was married around the 24th of March, wasn't he? And then she divorced him around March 21st, 1989.
Oh, she did. She actually stepped herself in front of a bullet when they got married in January the 3rd, 1986. She got shot.
That, wait on, what do you mean?
She got shot in Knight Rider. She played Stevie. And they got married finally in the end. And she got shot.
Sounds like bleeding James Bond.
I don't even know what James Bond is.
Oh, come on, see David Hasselhoff. And I'm always craving for a bleeding cheeseburger.
Oh, that's really funny, isn't it, really?
Now, Mel Gibson was fighting Jesus in Lethal Weapon. Is that what it was on about?
You're a loser.
No.
As we all know about this actor, he plays a formal baddie in the film Machete. You know, the one where he goes in spades and he wears an iron mask and all that lot. But he was in a film, a PG-13, with Sylvester Stallone, the Expendables, the one that has a great diabolical play. Right, you know the Lethal Weapon, Mr. Joshua, nobody don't forget who he is, right? Nobody don't know the main bad guy's name, they're all forgetting, right? Now I know one of my theories about was that the famous Jesus Christ superstar, well it's not, it's Mr. Joshua. So that's why Mel Gibson did that film, because it's Joshua. Don't be a... Gary Busey, what? Yeah, which I know who he is, yeah. He was born in 1944 in Gooseberry, Texas. You said no, because they used to chewing on steak and all them Texas boys, you know. Alright, and we all know him as a big gun petrolhead movie guy, you know what. He did star in American Hero with Jeff Bridges in 1973, and then Lightning and Light Fat with Clint Eastwood and Jeff Bridges in 1974, but the Gumball Rally, yeah, 1976, more petrolhead movies, yeah, you're too right, we all know it, yeah, and that's what we're going to mention about all this information to know what's going to happen in our next episode.